Hello, my name is Aaron D'Souza, and today I will be reviewing my month in the class IoT using Python. The first segment we went over was parts of a computer. We learned about the CPU, main memory, and motherboard, as well as software, which are programs are commonly referred to as software. It is essential to a computer because it controls everything the computer does. We then ended out that session by learning about binary, which is a computer language, and learning how to calculate binary. We then went into an introduction to using Python and coding. We first learned about variables, which can be anything that's given a value. So we can give the name Aaron a value of 5. Variables can be segmented into global and local. A global variable is a variable that every function knows and performs and uses. A local variable is a variable that only one function knows. We then learned about typecasting and data types, such as these data types as string, float, and integer. We then rounded out with learning about a function or large pieces of code used to perform something, and it can be named using the def keyword. We then went into coding, learning about first the print keyword, which we were able to write sentences and perform them. We then went into argument and parameter, which is sending information from one function to another. We then learned about input, which is the code you type after the command is running. So if I run the command saying, what number would you like to enter? And you enter 10, 10 would be that input. Then learn about if and else, which are key decision-making commands based on the input of the user. We then learned about loops, such as a while loop that goes on forever, a for loop, which is a loop that can only be controlled with the keywords in and range. In and range are two main keywords that determine how long your for loop will be. Then learn about the word break, which is a keyword that breaks a loop. We then went into lists. Lists are code that gives a variable list. Is when you code and give a variable list. Keywords and vocab of lists are append, which adds an item to the list, which is a keyword. Another keyword would be remove, which removes an item from a list. And another word is tuple, which is a list that cannot be edited. So that list is final. We then also learned how to make dictionaries, and you start that off using these two special brackets to create and also edit your dictionary or whatever you're creating. You then finally rounded out the month learning about files. You could do many things with files, like programming Python to open and edit files that are stored on your computer. And then we finally had a bit of an introduction to Arduino and Raspberry Pi. The next part of our course will be based on experiments that we will be doing using Arduino and Raspberry Pi, or Arduino. I am excited to learn more and apply all I have learned in the first month into these experiments. Thank you.